this goes actually right to a point that Biden made in his State of the Union address this week, because he was claiming that by restoring Made in America, to the extent that we can do that, or that he will be able to achieve that as president, that will redound to the benefit of American consumers. That he was saying that it'll basically arrest the rise in costs. And that, of course, would not be the case. That would be there'd be a really meaningful trade-off here, which is, yes, you would enrich American workers, but the cost of those goods would actually be higher, because if they're made in America, the cost of labor is higher than it is in, say, places like right. China. Right. That goes right to the point of kind of those trade-offs. Like, what do we value and why, and what should we prioritize? And will there be costs? Yes, that there will be, including, and of course, as always, whenever you increase the cost of goods, those burdens will fall heaviest on the people who are least able to afford them.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. We shouldn't pretend that there aren't trade-offs here, and building more stuff at home means we're going to pay a little bit more for it. But at the end of the day, and this almost makes me sound like a progressive, it's about the kind of society and the kind of economy you want to have. And I think one of the priorities when we're constructing an economy is meaningful work. It won't do for this massive shift into the service economy has left people without work that really is fulfilling and meaningful. It actually matters if we make things or not. Everybody is not going to be able to be a Lyft driver or an Uber driver. We traded our manufacturing base for gig work, and do people that are now doing that sort of thing feel like that trade-off was worth it? And what have we lost? I mean, we've also become a poorer country because of that transition. It is true that there are trade-offs, but I mean, in my opinion, it would be worth it.
Right. In other words, like, human dignity is of immense value, and it can be found in actually building, creating, doing something, rather than just serving as like the last robot in a delivery system.
Exactly. Yeah. Where's the place for human beings in all of this?
Mm-hmm. No, I think we definitely agree there about manufacturing as much as possible, when possible, in the United States. And I think a lot of that, it's interesting. I just hosted an event where we had Rokana at the University of Maryland. And one of the things that we were talking about was the kind of education that we need to give American youth, particularly youth of color, African-American youth, Latino youth, Native American youth. And a lot of it is going to be a STEM education. We need to give them a STEM education, because they will have the ability, even if they don't want to go to college and pursue, not everybody's going to be a programmer in Silicon Valley. Some people are going to be working, in factories in Michigan or in factories in other places, because those skills are needed in order to, involve yourself in those factory jobs.